Lesson 1-7. U.S. Traditional Addition, meaning United States Traditional Addition. In this lesson, you're going to solve addition problems. You're going to look at strategies for solving addition problems in different ways, and then you're going to be introduced to the U.S.'s traditional addition method. Let's do some mental math and fluencies first. Number 1, all we're doing is simply adding. 12 plus 10, 22. 15 plus 10, 25. Our focus is going to be on this next question. I want you to solve the problem using a different method for each. Show your work and be prepared to explain your methods. So, your choices are you can either add them up totally, you can do front end estimation, you can just do close to estimation, or you can use traditional rounding to get your answer. When you finish, I want you to actually just simply add the numbers together to make sure that your answer makes sense. Does the answer you came up with in a different way, for number 1, if you rounded to the tens place, or if you rounded with front end estimation, is it close to the answer that you found doing traditional method addition? And please do the first 2 problems, and then let me see how you figured out your answer. Stop and pause the recording now so you can get that work done. Partial sums addition. Partial sums addition basically means that you are adding up parts of the number together. For instance, let's look at our next page. We have 568 plus 345. Well, you should know that 500 is 5 100ths, plus 60 is 6 tens, and 8 is 8 in the ones place. And now when we break apart 345, you should realize by now that 3 is in the hundreds place, and we have 3 hundreds for 300. 4 is in the tens place, so we have 40, which is in the 4 is in the tens place, and 5 ones. So what you could do here for a different method of adding is going 8 ones plus 5 ones is 13 ones. Well, I can get a group of 10 out of 13 ones, so I cross that off. I have 3 left over, excuse me, and I carried that group of 10 over to the tens column. Now I'm going to add the column of tens. Well, 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 1 is 11, so I have 11 groups of 10. Well, I know 10 groups of 10 is 100, so I cross it off. I have 1 group left of tens. 10 tens is 100, so I move that over to the hundreds column. When I add that up, 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So I have 9 hundredths. What's my answer then? My answer is 913. So, I want you to write a number model to show your thinking. Try to solve each problem using traditional addition. Compare your answer with your estimate to see whether your answer makes sense. So for this first one, your 2 numbers are 49 plus 33. So what I'm showing you here is that 49, if I rounded the old way, the original way, I would look at the 9 and ask myself, what do I do with the 4? Well, the 9 is 5 or higher on our roller coaster, so that means that I go up one place value, so the 49 rounds to 50. And 33, using the traditional method for rounding, the 3 tells me to do what to that 3? Well, it tells me to leave it be. So that equals 30. So when I added 50 plus 30 together, my estimate is 80. When I did traditional addition, US addition, I just put 9 plus 3 is 12. I put the 2 down, carry the 1, and 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 3 is 82. I also did it in the method I just showed you. I added the ones columns. 9 and 3 gave me 12, and look at it in parentheses, ones. Well, I know I have a group of 10 out of 12, so I crossed that off and put the 2 down here and carried that group of 10 up here. Now I add the tens column. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8, for an answer of 82. U.S. traditional addition. Please turn to page 16 in your math journal. This is an assessment check-in, so I need for you to try to do these on your own. I will read the questions to you, but you must do all the figuring by yourself. And it says, again, page 16 in your math journal. So if you need to stop the tape now to go find that page, do it, pause it, and then come back to it. It reads, make an estimate. Write a number model to show your thinking. Try to solve each problem using U.S. traditional addition. But then you must compare your answer with your estimate to see whether your answer makes sense. So for each of these problems, you will have your traditional just adding it up. But then your estimate means that you're rounding. So you must round each number and answer what that equals also, and then compare your two answers for every problem to make sure that your answer is close to being correct. Now remember, when you get into the larger numbers, your estimate, you're probably going to round to the tens or the hundreds place, either one. And for this last one, you're going to want to round to the hundreds or the thousands place. Stop the player now. Do your estimate. When you get done, make sure to finish the problems on the bottom that says there are 279 boys and 347 girls at a school assembly. How many students are at the assembly? First, estimate the answer, and then find out the answer that's 100% completely accurate. So pause the tape now and please go do this page. Now go and do Math Journal, page 17, comparing addition strategies. You've already got some work with traditional addition, so now I want you to do the problems on Journal, page 17, using the partial sums addition column with addition. That's where you add up your ones column, your tens column, and then your hundreds column, and trade, if the group you have 10 ones, trade that over to the tens column. When you finish this page, I want you to go check your answers in the answer key and see how you did. The final thing you need to do in lesson 1-7 is to go do Math Journal, page 18, the math boxes. You may do these with a partner. When you're finished, though, I want you to go correct them again in the answer key. And if there are any that you did not get correct, I want you to come see me so that I can walk you through it and show you what you did incorrectly. Pause the tape now till you get that finished and corrected, and then I have one more thing that you need to do. The last thing you're going to do today is you're going to use traditional addition. It is in your file. It is the home link, page 27. Please look on the back side of your page because it may look like you don't have it, and here it's just run off on another paper. Page 27 should really be done alone because that tells me whether you understand 100% what you are doing. When you complete that, please turn it into the basket. Thank you. This is the end of 1-7.